You've seen the headlines, right? Gold prices are absolutely skyrocketing, hitting all-time highs. But the real reason why, well, it's probably not what you think. It's not just about greed. We're going to dive into what's really going on and uncover the powerful emotion driving this whole thing.
I mean, just look at that. That isn't some slow and steady climb. That is a vertical leap. Gold has just blown past its recent averages, hitting peaks we've never seen before. Now, this crazy spike is what has everyone talking. But honestly, it's just the symptom. So what's the real disease here?
The easy answer, the one that everyone jumps to, is greed. Speculators, Wall Street types playing the market. But the analysis we're looking at points to something much, much deeper. And here's the danger. If we misdiagnose the problem as just greed, we are going to get the solution completely wrong.
And that leads to this really common but pretty flawed reaction. When prices shoot up like this, the first instinct for a lot of people is to go after gold itself, to treat it like it's the bad guy. But as you're about to see, that's kind of like blaming the thermometer for the fever.
So that really is the big question on the table, the one that policymakers and, frankly, all of us are wrestling with. Should we step in? Should we try to force that price back down? And on the surface, it seems like a pretty logical thing to do, right? Well, the answer, according to this analysis, is a hard no. Attacking the price of gold is it's a losing battle. It's like trying to hold back the ocean with a bucket. Sure, it might seem like it's working for a second, but it completely fails to address the deep-seated fear that's actually moving the entire market.
Okay, so if it's not greed and fighting gold is the wrong move, what's left? What is the real driver here? Let's get to the core of it and uncover the true force behind this incredible gold rush. And here it is. It's that simple and that powerful. The main idea here is that gold isn't just an asset like a stock or a bond. It's more like a barometer for public anxiety. Its value doesn't reflect a desire to get rich quick, but a really desperate need for a safe place to hide when things feel turbulent. So what does this fear actually look like in the real world? It's not some vague feeling. We're talking about the very real fear that inflation is just quietly eating away at your life savings. It's that uncertainty you feel when you look at the future of the economy. And maybe most importantly, it's a growing distrust that the financial systems we've always relied on can actually protect us anymore.
Okay, this is super important because we have to draw a line in the sand here. On one side, you've got speculation. These are short-term bets, people trying to manipulate the price for a quick buck. And yeah, that should be targeted. But on the other side, you have something totally different, saving. We're talking about regular people trying to protect their hard-earned money for the long haul. That's not greed, that's self-preservation, and it has to be protected.
So if the problem is fear, then what's the solution? Well, you don't fight the symptom, you have to heal the cause. Let's take a look at what that path to real stability actually looks like.
And here is the absolute key takeaway. If you want the price of gold to come down, you don't attack gold. You have to go after the root causes of the fear that makes gold so attractive in the first place. You have to fix the fundamentals.
So here's the game plan, laid out in 3 pretty clear steps. First, you go after the harmful short-term speculation that's just creating chaos. Second, you protect the fundamental right of people to save for their own future. And then step 3, and this is the big one, you do the hard work of restoring trust in the whole system by creating stability and using sound policy.
This really says it all, doesn't it? Gold is like a shadow. It follows fear wherever it goes. And the only way to make that shadow shrink, to bring gold prices back down to earth, is to bring back the light of trust and stability into the economy.
And that leaves us with one last, really crucial question to think about. If gold really is the world's fear gauge, what is today's record-breaking price really telling us about our collective trust in the future? That, right there, is the real story behind the number.